BFTB. Best fight the best. Eddie Hearn is at it again. The man is at it again. At it again. He can't just be like, good job, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Good job, guys. Now I want that work next. He can't. That doesn't work. Doesn't work for him and Juicy J. Doesn't work. When he was going to fight Tyson Fury, you know, and I say he because, shit, he speaks for Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua gets muted all the time. But, you know, when they was going to fight Tyson Fury, it was, oh yeah, you know, we'll get the big one, the biggest UK fight, you know, for the Lineal Championship. But, you know, after Tyson Fury fights Deontay Wilder, starts stealing away the glory. Not even stealing away, reclaiming the glory that was already his when he beat Vladimir Klitschko to start out with. Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn's jealous asses. These fucking jealous Muppets. They're so jealous, it's ridiculous. Oh no, Lineal's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. That's not real. Hey, you've got his fucking sheep. His sheep are out in droves. They're all over YouTube. The trolls, the LTNK. Lineal's not real. It's not real. It's not a real belt. Eddie Hearn has said it. What the fuck? It's not real. Making their YouTube videos about how Tyson Fury is not the lineal champion. But oh, how things change. This is why I'm always talking about consistency. These fucking hypocrites. Absolute fucking hypocrites. Dicking icons. Shitman TV. These fucking clowns making videos. Yeah, lineal belt's not real. Oh, these fanboys are out here saying the lineal champion. He's not the lineal champion. These fanboys. Yo, you guys are pathetic, man. You're absolutely pathetic. Just not a few months ago, last year, Tyson Fury was not fighting. He was not fighting last year. And they're like, oh, you know, oh, Wilder ducked the lineal champion Tyson Fury. He ducked Vladimir Klitschko. No, he ducked all good competition. Wilder, he just ducked all good competition. He's a coward. However these fucking morons speak. But now that Eddie Hearn has said, oh, lineal champion, he's not the lineal champion. That's not a real belt. It's not a real belt. Now that Hearn has said that, all of a sudden, here they come, these fucking idiots, these morons, these paid trolls, these dick-riding fan bitches. Oh, well, you know, I've always said, he's not the lineal champion. He's not a real belt. That's not a real title. But when Anthony Joshua was fighting Joseph Parker, they were making which their videos are still up. These fan bitches, these fucking LTNK dick riders. Well, you know, if you look at what the rules and regulations are of a lineal champion, then by rule, Anthony Joshua should be fighting for the lineal title. It's pathetic, man. It's absolutely pathetic. They have no consistency with nothing. Nothing. No consistency with nothing. They are fly by the seat of their pants type of people that will say whatever the fuck Eddie Hearn says. They will repeat that as if it's the gospel, as if it's the truth. All these fucking dumbass channels that lie. Listen, if you support Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder or anybody, and that is your guy, you know what I'm saying? If that's your guy or your girl, whatever, if that is your fighter, I have no problem with you having a bias towards them. I have no problem with that. None at all. These fucking weird ass UK channels, I have no problem with them saying Anthony Joshua is the number one. Ring Magazine's got him as number one. He's got 9 belts. He's making all this money. He's the greatest on the planet. I have no problem with you having that opinion, that high opinion about your fighter. None at all. What I have a problem with is you saying one day that Lineal champion, that Anthony Joshua, when he fought Joseph Parker, he should have won the Lineal title. And then the next day saying, oh, the Lineal belt is not real. It's not real. That's not a real belt. It doesn't matter. Only because Eddie Hearn said it. I have a problem with you saying, oh, well, the belts, the 3 belts that he has makes him the A side. I have no problem with you guys saying that. I have a problem when Canelo fights Golovkin and Golovkin has 3 belts and that doesn't make Golovkin the A side. I have a problem with that because you have no fucking consistency. None. Oh, we all know that Canelo's a pound for pound. He's a pay-per-view king. That's why he made so much money versus Golovkin. Okay, so then what's the fucking difference with Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder? What's the difference? What is the difference? Who was more known in the U.S. between Canelo and Golovkin? Canelo. That's who. That's who. So mysteriously, Canelo becomes the the pay-per-view king or the A side, but in this one, Golovkin with 3 belts is the B side. But here we go with Joshua, who is not more known in the U.S. than Deontay Wilder. He is not. I don't give a fuck what lie y'all tell yourself. I don't care. You tell yourself whatever fucking lie you want. You live in the UK, and you're gonna sit here and say, oh well, you live in the UK, never been to the U.S., don't know shit about the U.S., but then your dumbass will say, oh, Joshua's more known in the U.S. than Deontay Wilder. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Listen, if you guys were saying, if you're a fighter, if you're saying, hey, Anthony Joshua is more known in the UK than Deontay Wilder, if you say that, fine. I have no beef with that. You live in the UK. You know the UK. You know it. But to say, oh, well, Eddie Hearn and Tyson Fury asked people in the US if they know who Deontay Wilder was, and they didn't. Haha, see? Anthony Joshua is more known. But did they ask who Anthony Joshua was? Did they ask the same people that they asked who Deontay Wilder was? Did they ask who was Anthony Joshua? Did they ask who was Tyson Fury? No, they didn't. No, they did not. They said, hey, who's Deontay Wilder? And it was like, oh, Deontay who? They sound like they was from the UK. They sound like they just got fresh off the plane from the UK. And he didn't even ask him, well, do you know who Anthony Joshua is? Do you know who Deontay Wilder is? Didn't ask him any of that shit. Did they ask them, hey, do you know who Canelo Alvarez is? Do you know who Golovkin is? Did they ask them any of that? They didn't ask him shit. One fighter. That's it. One name. Deontay Wilder. That's all they asked. And they expected to be some crystal clear picture of who the fuck knows who and who is more popular by asking of one name of one fighter. That's the most subjective bullshit I've ever seen in my life. This is what I'm talking about. If you fucking weirdos, these stupid ass LTNK fan bitch dick riding channels and fucking weird ass fucking people, if you were consistent, I would have no beef. I would have no beef at all. None. I would have no beef at all. I would have no problem with anybody. I wouldn't. Just be consistent. That's all I'm asking. Be consistent. Be consistent. if Deontay Wilder gets a champion split offer, which he has yet to get, he's got a champion split offer from Tyson Fury. That's it. That is it. So all these fucking dumbass people coming on my channel with these hypotheticals like, oh, well, BFTB, well, what if back then, you know, when the fight was worth $50 million with Joshua and Deontay Wilder accepted the $15 million. Well, it was never worth $50 million. It was never worth 50. It was always worth more than that. Always. Oh, well, BFTB, well, right now, you know, with with Deontay Wilder, his stock raising, where, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. A fighter's stock raising. Well, what stock market is this motherfucking shit being traded on? What stock market is Deontay Wilder's stock being traded on? What stock market? His stock is raising. His stock, his profile. Raise your profile. His profile is raising. Do you know how you raise someone's profile? Do you know how you raise someone's stock in fighting? By fucking fighting, you bozo bitches. That's how you raise this stock. That's how you elevate your profile. You ain't on no fucking the Dow. You're not in fucking stocks and bonds. Your shit isn't up in the air for fucking trading away. The fuck out of here, man. That stupid ass saying. Dumb ass shit. That Eddie Hearn regurgitation. Nobody was talking about raising somebody's fucking stock and profile before Eddie Hearn's bitch ass used that excuse for Anthony Joshua to duck Deontay Wilder. Nobody. Ray Leonard and fucking Sugar Ray Robinson, Jack Johnson, Mike Tyson, all these guys, all these fucking legends who fought back in the day, Muhammad Ali, nobody was saying, oh, well, you know, I'll fight Ernie Shavers when he raises his profile. You know, when Ernie Shavers, I'll fight Sonny Liston, you know, when he raises his stock. I'm not fighting Sonny Liston right now. Nobody knows him. His stock isn't high enough. Oh, wait a minute. What? Spinks. I ain't fighting Michael Spinks. His profile's not high enough. Why would I fight Donnie Lalonde? Why would I fight him? His profile's not high enough. He doesn't deserve to fight me. He needs to raise his stock. Why would I fight him? Who is he? Who's he? Why would I fight Trevor Berbick? Trevor Berbick needs to raise his profile before he fights me. Before he deserves a shot at fighting me, he needs to raise his profile. Why would I fight him? This is the dumbest duck move excuse I've ever heard in my fucking life. And it came from the UK, from Eddie Hearn, and the rest of these fucking weirdos and fan bitches have been regurgitating this shit across the internet as if it's been always like this in history. Oh, Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion, needs to raise his profile. He needs to raise his stock and fight Dillian White before he deserves a chance to fight Anthony Joshua. The same Anthony Joshua who was a fucking prospect before, while Deontay Wilder was a champion. Then he jumped up and mysteriously became the number 2 guy, about to be the mandatory because Ped Vetkin popped dirty, and then he just jumped out the rankings. So him jumping out the rankings, officially ducking Deontay Wilder to fight Charles Martin. What profile did Charles Martin have? How much stocks did Charles Martin have? Where was he at in the Dow? Where the fuck was Charles Martin in the Dow? Where was his profile? Was his profile next to Dean Martin? Because, you know, we got to raise your profile. We got to raise your profile. Was his profile next to motherfucking Lennox Lewis? Was his profile next to fucking Martin Lawrence was his. Wait, did he have that high of a profile? Was his profile next to Jordan? LeBron James, did he have one of those elevated high profiles? His stock and his profile was so high that he just deserved to fight to fight the great Juicy J. This is why I shit on you guys on a constant fucking basis. Because you have no consistency. None. You just make excuses up to protect your guy. You just make excuses up. And then you say, oh, well, Deontay Wilder, he was set to make more. He was set to make so much more by fighting Dillian Whyte, double his highest purse by fighting Dillian Whyte. So, who cares? What does that have anything to do with anything? He wanted Joshua. He wanted all the belts. And since that dude's been fucking him around for damn near 3 years, he said, well, fuck you then. Fuck you then. And now because Joshua is irrelevant and being more irrelevant, you guys are now jumping back in the picture. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, if he really wanted to fight Anthony Joshua, Joshua is now saying he's begging for it. Joshua is now saying he's desperate. So where are you at, Wilder? Where are you at? Sign the contract, Wilder. If you really want it, if it's about legacy and not money, shut up. You fucking frauds. You inconsistent fan bitches. Fucking inconsistent. All you talked about, Wilder can't ask for that much money. He's delusional. He can't ask for that much. Who does he think he is? He can't ask for that. We're talking about the great, magnificent Juicy J. He can't ask for that much against him. Who does he think he is? He needs to be realistic with negotiations. He can't ask for 40%. He can't ask for 50%. Everybody knows that the great Juicy J, the magnificent Juicy One, everybody knows that the magnificent Juicy One and Dillian Whyte are two separate contracts. Everybody knows this. Everyone who knows boxing and is realistic and not delusional knows that you can't put two fighters on the same contract, especially with the magnificent and omnipotent Juicy J. You can't whore his name out on the same contract. Y'all are fucking pathetic, man. You are absolutely fucking pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. You've been protecting this fucking coward for I don't know how long. Because you don't have shit. You don't have shit and you want shit. You don't have shit. You have no champions. None. The best champion you had with the most heart was Kell Brook. Plain and simple. He was just dumb as fuck. But that was your most hearted champion. Anthony Joshua has no heart. He has all the skills in the world to be a special talent, but he has no heart pumping in his chest. If he had an eighth of the heart that Tyson Fury had, he'd be something serious. He'd be something serious because he has the talent to be great. If he had an eighth of the heart of Tyson Fury, an eighth of the heart. But he doesn't. His percentile is so fucking minimal, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. His heart is so small, he needs Eddie Hearn to be bigging him up on a constant basis just for him to have confidence in his own self. He needs Eddie Hearn to be out on these publicity stunts talking about how great Anthony Joshua is and how many sponsors he has and how greasy and meaty his chest is, and how fucking glossy his thighs are. He needs to have Eddie Hearn on a fucking profile push on a constant basis just for him to have confidence in himself. It's pathetic and disgusting. Absolutely pathetic. The man can't speak for himself. He says one word, Eddie Hearn comes out and rebuts it. Oh, listen here. Oh, if it's about money, you know, then I've taken the lesser. If it's about money, I have no problem with taking less. So listen, chap, if it's 50%, if 50% is what you want, chap, well, you know, I have no problem. It's no problem with me taking less to get the belt, champ. It's no problem. And then Eddie Hearn comes out and says, wait. Now, Eddie Hearn, Deontay Wilder's delusional if he thinks he's getting 50% with Deontay Wilder. He's delusional. Right after fucking Anthony Joshua had already said that. But right after that, Eddie Hearn, he's delusional. And then they go tell Joshua, hey, boy, you can't be running your mouth like this. You know what I'm saying? We got a good thing going here. And then Joshua comes back out and says, oh, well, it's not a 50-50 fight. Even though he was just talking to Radio Raccoon about how it was a 50-50 fight. And if Wilder wanted 50%, and if that's what it took to make the fight, well then don't worry, champ. Don't worry, champ. If money is what you want, then I'll take the lesser and we can make this fight. But mysteriously, he never said that when it comes to these fucking dick-riding fan bitches. And again, for all these fucking idiots that think he didn't say it, I made a video, factual proof, AJ ducked Wilder. Just go watch it. It's in the first couple of minutes where you will hear all of that. Not from me, from him. From him. His mouth. Hearn's mouth. You will hear them say it all. 1 second, if it's about 50% and you think 50% is what it needs to make the fight happen, then I'll take less and you can have your 50%. And I just want the belt. And then the next fucking thing is, oh, well, this isn't a 50-50 fight. Then he said, oh, BFTB, no. Those were two different times. No consistency. You have no fucking consistency at all. None. You are not consistent with nothing. That's why I can't fuck with you. Because you can move the goalpost whenever you decide. You can say, oh, well, you have to beat Tyson Fury in order to get a shot at Deontay Wilder. At Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder needs to beat Tyson Fury. And not only does he need to beat him, he needs to knock him out in the first 4 rounds. If you don't knock him out in the first 4 rounds, then you don't deserve a shot with Anthony Joshua. And then Deontay Wilder will go out, knock out Tyson Fury in the 3rd round. Not saying that he will. I'm just saying as an example. He'll knock him out in the 3rd round, and then Eddie Hearn will come out and say, oh, well, we said 4 rounds. No, well, we said 4 rounds. We said, we've always said, we've been saying this for the longest. You got to knock Tyson Fury out in 4 rounds, not 3. I know you guys' math is messed up in the U.S., but we said you got to knock Tyson Fury out in the 4th round in exactly 2 minutes and 34 seconds. But you knocked him out in the 3rd round. Ha ha ha. So now you get no fight with Anthony Joshua. You know, you get no fight. He's the A side. You got to do what he says. Pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic. Pathetic. Joshua has no relevance. His relevance now comes from us talking about him on YouTube. Because he's not fighting anybody. He's not fighting anybody. And then the people that he does fight, like Povetkin, nobody wants to see. That's why he did 15,000 views on DAZN. I don't care how many views y'all say Sky Sports said it did. I don't care. Because Anthony Joshua works for Sky Sports. They have no obligation to tell the truth at all when it comes to Anthony Joshua. They have none. So the ratings from a U.S. app that are rated by a third party that has no horse in the race, I will believe their ratings over what Sky Sports says, who has a horse in the race. But nice try. Do better. Morons. You fucking LTNK fan bitch bozos. Do better. Be consistent. BFTB, shout out to the LDBC, and I'm out.